I should have a curtain.
Hello, everybody. So we are trying this. Y'all, I had to get up close to the Walmart. Forgive me being in the car. I had to get up close
Oh, she's
to
freezing
the
up.
Walmart exit. Borrow their internet. And so there's a way that I'm going to be able to show the canvas. So long as everything works, I can change my camera angle. So that y'all aren't staring. I know that y'all are staring at me. And get everybody. But as y'all can see, I have the absolutely gorgeous Lizzy Falcon here. And I am so excited because she is an absolutely amazing artist. And one of the things that we're doing tonight, and I'm not positive if she knows. I want to say hey to everybody, and then I'm going to tell her the secret in case she doesn't know.
Oh.
Okay. So I've got Mutt Nuts Crazy World. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Crashly. Now, y'all, we have got to say thank you so much to Crashly because she was sweet enough to let me use her lifetime spot tonight.
Oh God.
So
I tried to look at the chat. Yes, thank you, Crashly. Thank you. I totally spaced out. We can tell that story later. Hey, I've got you. I'm looking at I got my phone, but I've got my iPad too, and I want to watch it on the iPad so I can see the chat on my iPad. How do I? I'm on your YouTube channel, but I can't see the live.
Okay, if you're on the YouTube channel, go to videos.
And sometimes I've got test 2, test live, and test 2.
No, there should be. This one should be live on there now. Maybe refresh because maybe it takes it a bit to show up.
Probably my my iPad. Okay, so go ahead, and I'll go doing the technical thing.
So I was just saying, hey, so Morgana and Sherry. There's TSA. Hey, Rachel. Rachel's probably like, what is that chick doing in her car? Sorry, look, we're doing what I can. That's what we're doing. Hey, Catherine, Sherry, Rochelle, Robin, Ashley, Tia. There's Tia.
Tia.
I love my Tia Boo. She's so funny. Hey, Jennifer. Yvonne, how are you? Hey, Brenda. Diamond painting with Peacock. Wow. Oh, Rachel's in her car chatting too, is what she said.
Okay, so
Crashly says, Lizzy, I messaged. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. Because Crashly says, Lizzy, I messaged you the link to your Insta.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have so many things open right now, and I'm following you or I'm viewing it with my other YouTube account on my iPad, which is my Broken Ones, my animations. So if anybody sees a comment from the Broken Ones, not from Lizzy Falcon, it's me. But I'm gonna try to go back later and answer with my Lizzy Falcon.
That's awesome. Okay, so here's the surprise. We were all in our cars tonight. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I accidentally let it slip, but if I didn't, then I'm so excited. So if y'all have been following me on Instagram, I have been working on, first off, a very massive painting because Rachel and TSA, I had contacted them and I said, ever since I saw you on Jennifer's live, and I had asked the question in the chat, have you ever had one of your paintings as a diamond painting for yourself?
Oh, and you had said that. No. I didn't know who asked that. Cool.
Yeah, that was me. And as soon as you had said no, I contacted Rachel and I said, is there a way I can get a Lizzy painting? Because I want to paint it and I want to give it to Lizzy. And so she was nice enough to get an image that's not already on, well, it's on the site now, but it wasn't on the site. and I've been working on it. I've been posting a picture, just a square each time I'm doing it because I didn't want to give the image completely away yet because I wanted to reveal it on here so everybody could see it. And so you could see it. And so when this live is over, I will contact you to be able to get where I can send it, and you will have this image
I'm so excited.
as your very own.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much. And the fact that you've spent like countless hours working on this and you're gonna give it to me, I can't, I'm so honored. I'm honored that you'd work on it to begin with, sit there and stare at something that I created initially, and then you work on it for all of those hours. So in addition to that, thank you. That's awesome.
Oh my, your artwork is amazing, and I absolutely love it. And I remember part of something that you said on Jennifer's live because one of my friends, my bestie, she was telling me, she's like, there's something about, she always has one eye that you can always see and one eye that you can't. And I said, there's a symbolism to it. Can you tell us what that symbolism is?
Okay, so this is a really neat question because things in my artwork are changing recently with my last collection. So the reason why I always showed the left eye is because the left eye is the eye of true emotion. And so I always wanted to paint my artwork where you saw the true and pure emotion. So when you meet somebody, we tend to typically look from right eye to right eye. And so this eye is going to show you what you want people to see, but this one's not busy trying to pretend anything. So this is the one that I paint. However, things in my last collection changed a little bit because I have just been wanting to paint the other eye. And it's just that my view just as a human has broadened. And I also feel like you can't always lead with pure emotion, with true and pure emotion in this world, unfortunately. And my art is a reflection of me. It's a reflection of my experiences. And for me to continue to just do the left eye because, that's my trademark, and it still is, as far as like when I do certain pieces, but I am starting to show on many pieces the other eye. And, you can probably expect a switch over to the right eye now being exposed a lot more. And it's just if it fits with the story, because my artwork is about telling a story. And like I said, I always have to be authentic with my artwork. So I that's changing a little bit. But yes, that is the reason why.
See, I thought that was such a fascinating thing because I love artwork, and I love looking at and trying to see if I can feel what the artist is trying to make us feel, and there's so much of yours that I really honestly connect with that I'm just like, there's one that I got and I wasn't able to finish yet, and I can't wait to finish it. Although part of me, there's so many more. I love a lot of yours that are like towards the witchy theme, or I love like supernatural and mythical creatures and characters and things like that, like fantasy world type. And I have your Maleficent. That one, when that one came out, look, I know that everybody's supposed to love Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and stuff as their favorite. And
the villains is where it's at, man.
I have a thing for the villains, and I'm not an evil person. I just have a thing. They have better fashion sense. Maybe it's just me, but they have better fashion sense.
They do. They just have better colors, and I like to play around with those gray tones and those very like noir type vibes. So like as you can see, my studio's under construction right now, and I put up on this shelf right here on the other side is where I have all my little my artsy knickknacks, and I've got Mickey Mouse up on the top, really cute, like whatever. And then as it gets further down on the shelves, you see like skulls and like all this dark stuff. It's such a perfect like juxtaposition of like who I truly am. And so I put that into my artwork, which is why I often use like really bright colors, but in contrast with like the kind of darker, you know, subjects. So, so yeah. So I'm glad.
But you've also got some really cute ones as well. Like I am also, because I am a Disney person, I love Disney. So I'm also super drawn to, I forgot the name of the dog, but the dog that's dressed in different Disney characters.
Pico.
He's like the Pico.
It's my little dog. He passed, but yeah, he's my little dog, and I wanted to keep him alive. No, not at all. I love talking about him, so I'll talk about that little fool forever. I've got him all over my studio. Pictures of him, paintings of him, and that line was created specifically so that he would live forever through art, and so that I could always speak about him. So yeah, he'll never be forgotten because there are stickers and merchandise and diamond paintings with Pico. So thanks for mentioning.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I just absolutely love it because my husband is a massive Star Wars fan. And so the picture of Pico in all the different Star Wars outfits, I was like, I'm going to have to get that one and do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, yes, I love it.
Yeah, I love Star Wars. I love my dog. And, you know, so that was a perfect combination. I had to do it.
Well, I definitely, there's like so many I like, and because I've got the witches in, I've got Maleficent. I want to get the Star Wars Pico and a couple of the others as well, just because it's just so, I don't know, I just whimsical and I love it. And I will tell you, because I'm getting ready to be able to at least show the canvas so we can kind of talk about it. But I will tell you that I'm assuming, now maybe I'm wrong, because I do know a little bit about like art history and stuff, a little bit.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that when I saw this particular picture, there was one image in there that I went, oh, I know what artist she's referencing in this one. And then I thought, am I crazy? Is it really that artist? Maybe I'm wrong. And then I went and I was like, let me look up the artist. Let me just double check. And then when I saw his picture and I went, oh, it is. It is. And I was like, oh my gosh, because
I love that you picked up on that. I love that.
Well, I just because you know, you put a reference to one of his most well-known probably, but there's also other images that honestly I didn't know about until I went researching a little bit more. Like I knew that
thank you for doing that. That means so much to me. Look.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the dog that I picked up at his museum that I went to in St. Pete, and I tore this thing up when I did that collection, and especially that piece, because I referenced like so many pieces. So see, I referenced all the different pieces. So
because there's a couple of questions. That's why I want to show this. There's a couple of questions because, like I said, his.
Oh, you're freezing up.
So in case y'all don't know, is up at TSA right now. Is referencing Salvador Dali. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed before I can get out, because one of the things I did do since it's going to be sent in the mail, and I didn't want the picture to come to you and like one or two of the drills pop off, and then you go, "What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know how do I fix it?"
I don't know what to do.
So I had it. So I sealed it, which means that the drills are not coming off. So it means the canvas is a little bit stiff. And so, okay, I'm going to hop out of my car and I'm going to try to do this one-handed.
And I've never seen one in person completed.
Oh, did I freeze?
Yeah. Did you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
I've never
Okay.
seen one in person finished, so I can't wait to get it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm telling you, I absolutely love this. And you know, you have especially the few pops of color in this particular one. But I definitely, when I turn this camera around, I got some questions on one or two few little things. Okay.
No pressure.
So let's see. No, I'm excited for them. Okay. So let me change the camera angle. No, not that. I don't want that. I'm hitting the wrong button. No, not that. Okay, let's get to, I'm going to do. Okay, guys. So this is, now I don't remember the name. You'll have to forgive me. But here we go.
It's the crow's rose. The crow's rose.
The crow's rose. Look at this.
I love that I created this painting. Like I really do. Like out of all the random things that I paint, this is up on top of one of the ones that I'm most proud of. That's because I took so many chances and referenced, you know, the great Dali. So yeah, he's the, you know, he's a surreal, he was the surrealist, like the father of surrealism.
Yeah.
So I had to do an ode to Dali, and it was like a combination of all of my favorite pieces of his. Look at that. Look at this.
See, this
sparkle.
That was the part that I recognized the most, you know, because if I'm correct, the name of that painting for his is Persistence of Memory.
Yes.
And the Melting Clocks, which absolutely is one of my favorite paintings of all time, is that particular one.
And I've got one of his little melted clocks up on the top of my shelf up there.
Oh, that is so cool. Look at that.
Right there.
And then this is actually, I mean, and you got it spot on to what he looked like.
Thanks.
I mean, spot on.
I mean, now, it's my rendition of him. I'm not a portrait artist, so, but I hope I did him enough justice to where, you know, you could, you know, plus with the signature mustache, you really, and the big eyes.
Yes.
And the black, slick black hair. I was like, okay, I can't go wrong.
Now, I don't remember, and until I went and looked at some of his paintings, I did not realize that these bicyclists were part of so much of his work.
Yeah.
Yep, there they are.
And I put gas masks on mine though, on account of the whole because I started this collection during COVID.
Right.
So I put, you know, we were just going through such a strange time. And I was like, what better way than to, you know, just kind of incorporate what's going on in the world today with something that was created years ago. So I thought it was.
Hopefully you can tell that. I can see the gas mask.
Yeah, I can see it on the screen here. The gas mask. So this is a different painting, and it's Sentimental Colloquy. That's the name.
Oh, okay.
And so they're just riding bikes randomly, and the lines and everything and the shadows. I've always just found that so interesting. I don't know what they have on, it looks like rocks, but in his painting, I think, I'm not sure what it was, but on each one of these, I researched each painting in detail. I read about it. I spent some time in his museum, because when I go to St. Pete, I usually try to visit the museum, and I just sat there and took in as much as I could about his life and just him overall. So yeah, I dove in deep into the Dali world for that collection.
And I noticed that he also, I've seen this in a couple of his pictures. Am I right in that it's like an inkwell or a paint jar with a paintbrush?
Yeah, and it's in this painting, which is the one, I don't know the name of this one. I have it referenced somewhere, but I didn't write it down. So so the body of the lady is inspired by this, like you can see the like that, and then there's also on her body. Oh yeah, on her body you'll see the ink. You see it?
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And since he did surrealism, he did it so incredibly well. I mean, and he was a master at just overall painting and his creations. And I try to be a surreal artist. To me, it's kind of like it's his inspiration. So that little thing there above his head, it represents inspiration from like the father of surrealism, as I try to channel, surrealism myself, and in particular his pieces, which I don't feel qualified enough to do. But I did it anyway, and I did it to the best of my ability, with all of my heart, with all of my everything. So yeah, so people aren't like, oh my God, she destroyed Dali's.
No, I actually get this. And see, to me, what I painted this, when I saw this, I was like, it's almost like, surrealism is a total cerebral, it's meant to make people think of different things. It's totally cerebral, which would be why it's over his head. And he's such a cerebral artist that he wants you to take a look, and same with yours, and see what we can interpret or what we can draw out of the painting. And I think you did that like phenomenally.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it was about inspiration and about gathering inspiration. So yeah, you pretty much got that. Thank you.
Oh, well, that's the only thing is what popped into my head. And then, am I wrong? This looks like phases of the moon, like full moon and crescent moon, or am I just wrong on that?
Wait, let me look. I've got the painting right. Yep, it's the moon and planets. Yep. I forgot I put that in there. I usually sneak in the moon or planet somewhere in my paintings. Usually somewhere where it's like a little dark corner. So I didn't realize that I'd done that. But now that you mention it, I remember it. I like to connect the whole thing with, like, the universe, sun, moon, earth, right down to, our hearts. And so I always try to incorporate some of those little details in some of my paintings.
Well, see, I love that. Now, see, me being me, I was like, ooh, I kind of feel like, this painting, it's kind of like, things change as time progresses. And that's like kind of shown with the moon cycles. But, that's me being over cerebral on it, probably.
Yeah. No, mine is just, I always throw the moon in there. And, and there is
the raven rose.
Yeah, and I gave the rose to the crow holding it. Initially, it was gonna go in Dali's mouth, but it kind of was too much. And so one of the other pieces that I had done in that collection had crows in them, and I learned that a crow is actually a good omen, and so I put in because she's a carcass, but there are flowers coming out of her, so it represents like hope and so forth. And so I had to put the rose in the crow's mouth, and so that's why that's where it got the name, the crow's rose.
Oh, okay. So this looks like Mickey Mouse, but I may be wrong, but he looks like Mickey Mouse waving at you.
It is. Well, he's actually helping like hold her up, and that comes from another. I feel like I'm in a classroom. That comes from another painting. So this one is the archaeological.
Oh, sorry.
Of Angeles. Hang on.
That comes from being a teacher. Sorry.
You see that they're like statues, basically. Hold on,
oh yeah.
There they go. I'm going the wrong way. There you go. So they're stone statues, and in the museum they have this VR experience, and you can actually walk into that painting. And then and so you hear the sounds, and you're walking into these big sculptures that are ginormous. And so I love Disney, and I didn't want it to be too Mickey Mouse-ish. So I just put the backside of Mickey Mouse, and I was like, well, maybe somebody will notice that it's Mickey in there instead of, I didn't want to. I wanted to pay tribute to his art, but not like copy things. Like I did the melted clock, which is his, obviously. I don't take credit for that. But like that Mickey statue, I wanted to, like get from his creativity, but like put my creativity in there, if that makes sense.
Well, see, I love that. When I saw this Mickey, I was like, oh, because look, I'm also a huge fan of Disney. And so, like, I remember reading in Disney, if you go in there, the engineers and the Imagineers, they purposely in all Disney World and Disneyland, they put hidden Mickeys all over the place for people to be able to find. So I was like, I'm not kidding you. When I first saw this, I went, oh, I got a hidden Mickey. So,
it's really interesting. A lot of people I did a show when I put out that collection, and a lot of people didn't notice the Mickey Mouse when I was talking about the artwork, and I pointed out Mickey Mouse and the reason why. They were like, oh, that's Mickey. So it's right there in the front, and yet it's not super obvious, and I really like that. Yeah.
This whole painting was so much fun to do. And as you can see, it sparkles. You're definitely going to get sparkles.
I can't
and
wait.
If you're anything like me, I tend to rub my hands over the drills because I don't know.
I'm a very feely kind of person, all about textures. So I can't wait till I just get my hands up in there like it's bread.
And you'll have to let me know if you want me to. I put washi tape around just to try to keep it the sides as because I have dogs at the house, and dog hair gets everywhere. So I was trying to keep it as clean as possible. And usually whenever I frame mine, and I figured I'd send it to you so you could choose your framing choice. I just tend to cut it like right here, or have the framers cut it right here and then put it like on a mat. But you can also put where the mat goes on top of this and just leave this on. It's kind of.
Okay. I'm going to get it framed. I mean, I can already tell it's just like sparkly deliciousness. I can't wait to get my hands on.
Oh my, well, this was so much fun to work on. And Cheryl, this is a square. I got this one in square. And if I'm correct, Rachel, this is the largest size, but they do offer, they are offering this in a smaller size. But this is the biggest because we wanted Lizzy to have the biggest option of her picture. And that was one of the things that I was really interested in is, can you send me like one of Lizzy's favorite images? Because
cool. So she knew one of my favorites.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that that if I was painting one for you, that I wanted you to get one of your favorite images.
Well,
and I know your artwork's like your baby. You don't really have too many favorites, but
I have certain ones. There are some that are definitely rank higher. Just this one I'm just really proud of. And I don't often say that about my work. I'm like, I'm proud that I created certain things, but like this one I'm just proud of, like the whole composition, the whole the bicycle guys in the background with the gas mask. I was like, I was in the flow with this one. I'm proud of it. So I'm so glad that this is the one that's coming my way.
I definitely liked it. And I mean, like I said, it really made me, that's one of the things I love about your artwork is that it makes me think and it makes me feel a lot of different things depending on which one I'm looking at. And this one definitely had me like, because for me, like, especially these flowers, even though she's a carcass, these flowers coming out, it kind of symbolizes that things die, but it's a circle of life and things, still life moves on.
Exactly.
And you get new versions of things. And so I was like, see, that's like just so positive. And I love that.
That's just where I was in life at the moment too. And it just, that's what I wanted to express exactly. So, and I love that you said that my art makes you think and feel. And when I started to make art, I really just wanted to have that effect. Whether people bought it or loved it or hated it, at least they would feel something, you know, and not, it's not a basic piece of art. It's something with a lot of thought, and you know, all of my experiences up to this point, and you know, like me loving Dali and surrealism and Disney, and incorporating what I'm going through, and even with the gas mask, what the world is going through, like that's the type of art that I want to continue making. And so this was a big leap for me, because you know, Dali's face is like bam right in the middle. Most of my paintings are like, you know, a pretty girl or a beautiful woman or something like that, and or fun things or whatever. But I was like, I don't know how people are gonna take this, but quite frankly, I was like, I kind of don't care. Like, I want to make this piece of artwork. So thanks for that. I really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate, you know, your take on it. I mean, you still have the beautiful girl. She's absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, like, these lips are so to die for. Like, it's very hard in diamond painting to get this absolutely beautiful, you know, lip shape. And they were able to capture your true lip shape and get her going. But that's one of the things I love about art, is that it is so subjective. But to me, if you're not looking at a piece and feeling something, then what exactly are you looking at? You know, yeah. That's what makes art so amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, that's right, Rachel. We chose the right painting, right? I had to rely on Rachel to be like, hey, which Rachel, one can I do?
Rachel, you got it right. Thank you. I'm trying to look at the screen, so I'm not even, I have the chat up and I'm not even looking at it. Will I be able to access it later?
Yeah, you should, like, once the video processes, a little bit later, probably by tomorrow, when you go on the YouTube channel, you can click, there's a thing at the top that'll say like chat, and it'll show you the chat that happened during the live.
Okay, cool. So I'll check it out when it's posted so I can reply to everybody, because I appreciate everybody being here and checking out the live. And by the way, if you were here on Monday, I think this is a good time, right?
Yeah.
To let everybody know that I really have no excuse other than the fact that I am a space cadet and I completely spaced out. I didn't even know it was Monday. I had COVID for the last couple of weeks, and I just kind of lost track of time. I would wake up and take a nap and eat something and take a nap, and next thing you know, I feel better, but it's Monday and I'm supposed to be doing stuff and I didn't. So that's the excuse. I totally spaced out. And Crashly, thank you so much for giving us a spot today. I was so like, I couldn't apologize more. Like, I didn't know what else to do. I was like, I'm so sorry. I have no real excuse. Like, you know, so thank you, everybody. And if you chimed in on Monday and I was a MIA, thanks for tuning in, and sorry to waste your time.
Oh, no. Hey, look, I told you, don't worry about it. I had technical difficulties at the beginning then too. And I managed to get me, but by that point I was all flustered and people had to laugh myself out of it. Although that's the good thing about being an only child, is I know how to amuse myself. So, you know, I didn't have siblings to help amuse myself.
You've been amusing me since the moment you came on the screen.
I'm, as my son says, I am unique. So I'm going to take that as a compliment. I know he means it as weird, but that's okay. I'll stay weird.
Even weird is good. You're not boring and ordinary. So we all have something special about us, but you definitely do entertain. So. Are you there?
Well, thank you so much for that. But Crashly was just, she is probably one of the sweetest people that I know. You know, she's one of those that she'll give you her shirt off her back if it would help you on something. And so
too, apparently.
Yes. And I've told her, I said, you know, she knows if the roles were reversed, I'd be like, absolutely. Now, I know it did work out in the end, Rachel. Now, I know there's not a lot of people on right now, but I'm really hoping that, because I'm going to post in my Instagram and I'm going to post on my community tab in case people have missed the live, to come in and watch the live, because after the live is over, here's the big surprise, or another big surprise, that TSA has been so wonderful to do. If you like this image, you know, which, hello, how can you not like it? Crashly girl, you gonna make me laugh and okay. It's not that kind of live, Crashly girl. Okay, we're not Friday after dark. I know it's after dark, but we're not Friday after dark. Okay. So sorry.
Family program at this hour.
Exactly. We're still family friendly here, people. But so TSA has said, you know, that in addition to me giving this painting to Lizzy, they are offering a giveaway so that someone who watches this live and comments in the comment after the live is over, not in the chat, y'all. After the live is over, comment something, and I'll have Lizzy ask the question as to what they have to answer in the chat. And it don't have to be anything big. It could be something simple. No big, no pressure, I promise.
Oh God.
And then I will do a random, I'll let it go for a week and a half, maybe. We'll see. Maybe not. I can reveal it. I can reveal it. Probably I'll give y'all at least a week, between a week to 2 weeks, to make comments on this live. And when I choose the winner, that winner is going to win this same picture from TSA. So not the one that I've done up, y'all. The one you got to make yourself. But you will win this image from Lizzy Falcon. You will get to paint this yourself. Yeah, and you can do it. That's mine. That's right. This one is Lizzy's. Y'all cannot have this one. I worked hard because I'm hoping she likes it.
I'm gonna throw something in the pot too. I just got some cool postcards today of my last 2 images that I made. So I'm gonna send them also. So whoever wins, they get a postcard. So I'm gonna send out this postcard and this one.
Oh my goodness!
So these 2, and I have stickers. So postcard and sticker to whoever wins. Oh yeah, and you get one too, because.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you one. So
okay.
We'll talk on chat later. So anyway,
oh my God.
We'll get a set of 2 postcards and 2 stickers with the matching girls, and then I'll talk to you afterwards.
Oh, I love you so much, Lizzy. You are just like, okay. Sorry, that's something about me. I get super excited. I'm sorry. I get excited. I'm like literally doing a little happy dance. I'm sorry. Okay. This is my extra part. I apologize. Whew. I have to calm myself down for a second. Oh God. That is just amazing.
Walmart security is gonna be coming out soon.
I know. I'm like, I've been looking around at me. I know I've gotten a few strange stares that I'm like, oh Lord. I'm just waiting for the security guard to go, excuse me, ma'am, what exactly are you doing?
What the hell are you doing in our parking lot?
I'm like, you want to be on a live, dude? I'm just hoping my students don't pop up.
That would be so epic. I would kind of love that.
Oh my God. Or if one of my students pops up, they'd be like, what exactly are you doing?
You're gonna get called to the like principal's office tomorrow. Like, what the heck?
Actually, no. See, here's what's the best part. I took tomorrow and Friday off because my daughter's getting married Saturday, so I got to go decorate.
Oh,
so I don't have to be at the school. I got everything set up. I made sure I was all good on that. Nice. But yes, I just want to say thank you so much. Number one, to you for just making such amazing work. I mean, there's hardly any picture that you have that I've seen that I don't like. I love every single one of them, and I am impressed.
Have you seen the 2 new? Well, this is a 2-eyed one. Remember, we were talking about the eyes.
Yes, so, I see. It's got the 2 eyes instead of just the one.
Yeah, these two. I'm going through that phase right now. It's kind of like my life peripheral vision has widened, and so it has to be reflected in my art. If even for a short time, I don't know if it'll last. I don't know if I'll switch eyes. I don't know. I just know if I'm feeling it, I'm doing it. So.
Well, see, I've been following you on Instagram for like a long time, so I do remember seeing the pumpkin girl, and I was like, I hearted it because I was like, oh my gosh, because honestly, my favorite holiday is Halloween. So it's Halloween for me all year long.
You get one of these. So I love
it. That's why I guess I love the witchy ones, but I love the sweet ones too. Like it feels like some of yours are companion pieces to each other.
Yeah, like these are.
Yeah, because they go together. Like I know you have milkshake, but then there's another one that's very similar, but I don't remember her name. But she's very similar.
The one with the pink hair that goes.
Yes.
She's got, so it's not milkshake. That one is like sweet. It's not sweet delights. It's something. Oh, room for dessert.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, and like those two. Those two would be perfect hanging next to each other or on the opposite sides of a doorway. I'm just like, I don't know. I love your
duality. I like duality. So I usually like this, like she needed somehow like a partner-ish or something. I usually do groups, whether it's a collection of works or like a couple. But yeah, I love duality. So you definitely you get me.
Well, that's why I told you, that's why I was drawn to your work from the beginning, because I was like, Lord, she probably would think I'm a crazy loon because I read so much into stuff, but your art just pops out at me. It speaks to my heart. And so
into it is deep. Like I don't really like bring it up a lot, or even in my posts, like I don't bring it up a lot. Like this right here is based on, an experience that I had recently. And so I had to create something. So much thought and emotion and overthinking goes into my pieces that I love when somebody else puts that much energy and effort into trying to figure it out. So yeah. So that's not extra. That's great. I love that.
Yay! I was going to say, I know Rachel says she's got to run. But
bye, Rachel.
No, thank you, Rachel, for letting me do this. So I know it's on my car, but y'all look at that. Look at that.
Damn, it's big.
I know. Do you see? It's all on the back of my. Now, granted, I have a little clown car, but that is how big that sucker is.
That is so awesome! Holy moly!
So
for it too.
She's a big girl.
A lot of time, I happen to have that piece right here. Right now, it was hanging in a gallery, and I switched up the gallery display. So I usually don't get to enjoy my pieces. They either sell or they go, to be on display somewhere. So eventually this one will go somewhere to its forever home. And, when that happens, I'm like, I've got this. So thank you.
Yeah, well, no, thank you for your artwork. And thank you to Rachel.
Do that.
Okay, so I am one that I section my diamond paintings, meaning I make them into squares. And it was 46 sections. And so most of the sections I could complete in one day. So I had to take a few breaks when I went to California because I was scared to take this with me and mess it up or get it lost. So during the summer, I couldn't really work on it. But it took me about, I want to say about 62 days to complete.
Wow. You stared at my artwork for 62 days of your life. You guys are just like, I just want to hug you all. Like the fact that you're willing to stare at that art piece for that long. This is why I love the diamond community.
I loved it. Like I said, I got excited when I got to certain parts, because when I did this section, and that's why you'll see how, the sections as I was doing it, and I switched it up so that people couldn't just start trying to put the picture together.
When you well, go ahead and finish, but I gotta tell you about when I first saw the first images. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I got to make it so that if I would have guessed it right off the bat. So I was trying to choose different stuff within 2 rows to do. And like there were certain sections that when I was so excited. And one of them was like the eye right here and the lips, like it was a section on its own. And his, it was like part of a face. And it wasn't the whole face. I don't think it was like, I want to say it was like that or something like that. And I was like, oh, people are going to be able to know what it is. But every time I got to this color, and that's the other thing, is everything is so what I call muted tones, but then you have these pops of absolutely brilliant color, so that there's always a little color in our lives, no matter how drab or dreary.
There's always dark and there's always bright. It's a constant thing. So that's what I try to incorporate into my work. What was your favorite part?
Oh my gosh. I think, honestly, my 2 favorites have to be, I loved this part right here. And when I first saw Mickey, I was excited about Mickey, but I didn't realize how much detail that this flower was going to have. And of course, my favorite Dolly art piece, the fact that it's here and it's right next to. So when I got to these sections, I was in absolute heaven.
I'm glad that it looks so cool with the sparkle, like as opposed to the actual painting, like looking at it like that. I can't wait to get it in person. So like I was starting to say earlier, when you had reached out to me that you wanted to do a live, and we talked a little bit. So I went over to your page to see like what piece you were working on. And I didn't even remember that I sent this image to Rachel for So when I saw it, I was like, oh, is that the crow's rose? Is it? And I just like, I went through your whole thing and like totally stalked you. I was like, love. Like on a tapping spree. I was so excited. She's doing the crow's rose. How did she get this? And then I realized I had sent it to Rachel, but I hadn't seen anybody else do it, because a lot of times, and I always, whenever I'm on one of these lives, I always ask whatever diamond painters are out there, like, please tag me. And a lot of times I miss them, especially if I don't go on Instagram for like a day. Sometimes like the tag, if it's a story, I'll miss it. I'll just see like so-and-so mentioned you. So sorry if I missed them. But I love to see the progress, and I like to see which ones people like to work on and so forth. And feel free to reach out to me and let me know like what parts, or like I was asking you, like, what's your favorite part that you liked working on and stuff. So I love what you guys do and what you guys do with my artwork. So thanks to everybody. Not just on this live that works on my diamond paintings, but anybody in the future that sees this as it plays as a regular video. Big thanks to you all for your support.
Yeah, trust me, the moment that my Instagram feed came up and said, Lizzy started following you, because I've been following you for a while, I dropped my phone and was so glad I didn't break it, because I was like,
I can't believe I'm not following her. I try to follow if people tag me on something, if they're working on my artwork, I typically like to follow. So, and if anybody has does anybody have a TikTok that does diamond paintings? Because I do I'm on TikTok, and so I've seen these people that do the diamond painting on TikTok, and I think it's fascinating. So anyway, so TikTok has taught me.
I think there's a few people that do TikTok. My husband says I need to try it, and I'm like, honey, look, I'm good enough. I know how to get a YouTube video up. I know a little bit about editing, and I tried, I tried to figure out how to post something on TikTok, and I went, okay, obviously I don't know what I'm doing. So
yeah, it takes a minute to get used to it and to learn it, but and they're constantly changing it. Like now their editing thing is a little bit different, but I like the platform. I think every platform has its things. Like Instagram has really been for me lately because I can't reach my whole audience. I mean, I'm sure you all have been maybe not, maybe I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't reach my whole audience, and they're kind of changing their algorithm and stuff. So I still post, and of course I mainly do it just to see to post like what's new and stuff, but mostly I just see like what people are doing on diamond paintings on there, because I have connected with so many diamond painters on Instagram. That's my main source of communicating with you guys versus like Facebook and the other platforms that I'm on.
I will say Yvonne and Ashley. Yvonne says she posts on TikTok, and Ashley says she posts on TikTok.
Oh, well, I gotta find out if you all will message me your handle. I'll go follow you guys over there too.
Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that. All right, well, it is almost time, but I just wanted, see, look, Lizzy, that's my daughter that's getting married. Ivy Biter, the one that just says, hi, mama, in the chat.
Ivy, congratulations.
That is my baby. She's getting married Saturday.
Ashley, will you?
Y'all, she has made me feel so old. And she's getting married. I swear, I'm about crazy pants. But look, Jazzy, look, it's finished. It's finished. Isn't it gorgeous? And she also noticed the Mickey when I showed it to her one time. She's like, oh, is that Mickey, mama?
So cool. You know what? Okay, so we're gonna.
I said, yes, it is. Thank you all so much.
I got a little package.
Yes, I will definitely be. Oh my God, I'm definitely going to be messaging you on Instagram, okay. And hopefully you won't mind if I stay up with you, like catch up with you from time to time, because I just think, like I said, I love how your mind works. I love how your creativity works. I have been attempting to, because I've doodled all of my life, and I have been attempting to try some stuff myself, but like I'm so timid with like, oh, this is horrible. Oh, this is like, what is this? Nobody's good. Like, this was like a kindergartner drew it. But like,
you know what? I have to show you my first ever painting then, so you will be encouraged, because even though I drew as a kid and I wanted to be a Disney artist, I gave it up for like 20 years. I didn't do anything. And when I first started drawing again, I was like, what? I suck. Like I had lost it. And so it takes practice to get better. And it's just now that my artwork, I feel like, like it's starting to look like what is in my head, where before I would have an image in my head and then I would make something and be like, well, that's not what I imagined, but it's okay. But now I'm actually able to kind of, I don't know. You get better with time. So definitely, if you want to make something, if you want to create, just start. Even if it looks terrible, just do it. Just keep doing it.
Okay. Well, thank you. Cheryl just reminded me. Yeah. Thank you, Cheryl, because my brain is, I'm calling it mother of the bride brain. I did forget. I got distracted, Crashly. What question do we want them to answer to be able to win those prizes?
By looking at my paintings, can you tell what my favorite color is?
There we go. Okay, so y'all hear that?
Is that a good question? Is that a good question?
I think that's a good question. I think that's a great question. Because if they say elephants, it's not. If they say elephants, then I know they didn't listen to the live, because that's not a color.
How do people get it right? What do we do?
Oh, well, no. What it is, okay, so all they got to do is be able to, they comment that, and as long as I see that they've answered the comment, I have there's a random YouTube comment picker, and so it just filters through it. Yeah, okay. And then it chooses one, And I make sure that that has the, an answer. It doesn't even have to be a correct answer, just because you said, what do you think my favorite paint or color is?
Okay.
So they can choose that. And then, that way we'll get up with them to send them their prize. So there we go. Guys, don't put it in the chat here. You need to wait till the live is over. And when the live is over, go to the comment up underneath the live and comment there. Because if you're commenting here in the chat, YouTube comment picker won't pick that up. So you have to wait till the live is over.
I know, wait.
I know, I'm like, no. I know I see pink, boob flower, black. I'm like, y'all, not here. Wait till the comments, in the comment section. That's where we're gonna do it.
So comments. A, you have to follow directions, and B, you have to comment. Those are the 2 rules.
Yes, because I'm telling you, y'all, I deal with people who don't follow directions on a daily basis. High schoolers, okay?
Well, look at me. So I couldn't even show up properly on Monday. I have no
rules. Look, you were sick. You have an excuse. You were sick prior to that, so you're all good.
Prior to that, but Monday I was fine. I just had lost track of time. So yeah, there's my family calls me Dizzy Lizzy for a reason. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I think you're gorgeous, and I think your artwork is gorgeous and very thought-provoking. So I am so happy that you deigned to come on with me, and I'm so happy I got to do this for you, because
I was so excited. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I love the love. So it's all good. And like I said, and I always say on these, like, I love and appreciate the diamond painting community like so much. And I've just met so many like cool people. Tia, we're doing Vegas eventually. Maybe, I think next year. We've been talking about that. So
wow, I got to see Tia in Vegas when I was in California. We went up there and saw Vegas.
Oh,
all right. Unfortunately, my phone is about to go kaputty because I had to be out. But I am definitely going to message you. And guys, thank y'all so much. Remember, after the live's over, comment, and we will pick a winner. And Lizzy was so awesome to offer up 2 of postcards of her newest prints right there, as well as and stickers. That's right, and stickers, as well as a copy. You cannot have this one, as a copy of this image from TSA. So thank you so much. And Crashly, I love you too, and thank you so much for letting me come on and do this. I love you so much, Crashly girl. She is, I just love her. And I love my Tia boo. All right, so thank you guys so much for coming. One more last look at this absolutely amazing, gorgeous piece.
Awesome.
I know it's got shine going on there.
So sparkly.
And don't forget, there are so many paintings by Lizzy on TSA. And now you can choose your glue. You can either choose mounted film adhesive, or guys, if you want poured glue, they got poured glue at no extra cost. And so, go in, you can get 15% off. You can use Mystery F15. You can use my code and you can get 15% off, and go buy you some Lizzy paintings. And luckily, because they do it to order, I don't have to worry about them selling out, which is good, because there's ones I got to go get. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. And I'm going to leave you like I always do. I can only do one hand, but reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Until the next time, bye guys.
Bye. Thanks everybody for showing